Hello, good evening. Today I will be discussing about the book I have read nearly. It is called Make Your Beds by one man who is uh, lived in America, in US, and have had the real experience in military of the United States of America. He was working, he was studying, he was living his life in this military life in very hard condition, and he have had learned so many lessons, so many things that he wants to share with other people by writing down the whole history in his book. So what else can I say about the history itself in general words, in simple words? People can observe in this book, in his history, that no matter what you're doing for your dream, for your target, for your aim, no matter what you are imagining or can imagine at the moment, how hard the situation can be, how different circumstances could be in your life, whether it's the education, whether it's your work, your job, whether it's your family or your career, the great job, great work, great things that done, all this thing, starts from simple little things that for first observation cannot be seen, let's say that way. So in his book he says, every morning I have been how would I call it, I forgot. Every morning he was making his bed. I was making my bed, he says in his book, because it kinda helps me to realize that even though my day was finished with bad things, it's over. Another day could be the same. When I'm arriving my home, when I come into my home, my room, I see my made by me this morning. I see my bed, and you see how the edges are shaped, how your pillow are sitting on your bed, and how it like how to say, let's say it might it might look like that, except these bad things, at least your bed is made, right? Your bed is done this morning, like, let's say that way. It is the simple thing, it is the prisma that through this prisma we can see, we can understand that this is the fundamental, let's say, lesson that helps you construct, build your discipline. That is the point of this line, of this first thing that he shares within his book. So moving to detailed representation of this history, I could say that this man is a hardworking man, and while I was reading his history, I was shocked by the situation that he uh, been going through. In one moment, one chapter, I read and realized that this young soldier almost could have died in uh, one in one day. As he says, as he narrating his life history, he was just uh, going through all this simple, like, you know, the military things every day, every morning, getting up early, taking shower, uh, making your bed, taking the breakfast, and beginning and starting the hard part job, the hard part of your day, like you're doing teamwork, right? You going, it's been going in the ocean, like in the military based, and another part of this stuff. So, as he says, he could have died earlier. He could have died in every situation he almost done. But this day, this situation I'm gonna tell you now about. At that day, he was skydiving. He was at the job. He was given one work to do. He was at the plane with his team. They all was above. They were in the sky, like about 3,600 meters above the Earth level. So they prepared all things and all these things. The officer was looking at him and gave them the commands to jump. So they are jumped all together, and it was very windy, as he said. He colored all his arms, legs all together. His body was how to say, like conducted to each other, and the hearts, the very very dangerous part of this moment was that the parachute wasn't wasn't opening, let's say, and the one man of his team was going nearby him. So at that moment he was under him, under that man, under this young soldier. And as he says, he couldn't see the earth, and he all the time he was checking I forgot how do we call it, the thing that shows the level, like how many meters or kilometers is about to left to the earth in the sky. So the situation happened, just his teammate was under him, didn't see him, and he immediately opened the whole system of the parachute. So the upper side of the parachute of the rocket was like instantly opens with a hard strike, critical strike, so that this man damaged his, like, it's the parachute damaged his downward side. I mean the legs and the part of, like, the, the 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 underside of the stomach. So he was hit by the parachute. His whole body was hidden, bitten, and he could have the sharpened pain. And the very, very strong moment for me when I was reading, I was shocked. I was like stopped, that the whole system of his parachute wasn't opening, and at the moment, the somehow this system broke and shripe his the cells of the downer side of the body, of the leg, and I don't know how to call, but in Russian we call the tas. Tas, it means this side. So this is my stomach, the near side of the stomach. They hold this part of the body we call tas, but I cannot remind how was in the word in English. So sorry for that. So as I showed, this part of the body was almost like they shrinked to the right side and to the left side, like as you can imagine. Like in my mind, the whole picture was very, very dangerous and very bloody, and he was screaming in the sky, and as the narrator says in the book, he says the screaming of his almost could have gone to the Mexica, so the people from the earth could have heard his screaming in the sky. It's saying to us that the pain he could feel was very, very hard, very difficult, very sharpened as a knife, like it was really hard. And at that moment when I was reading, I stopped for a moment, like for a minute or two, and I was just unwillingly imagining the whole picture situation, the sky, the atmosphere, oh my God, it's so, for me it's I don't know. I couldn't even narrate and tell you about this. But this chapter just gave me the whole shock of mind, From that moment, I continued reading the history, and I understand fully that everything this man says is not just some kind of like the guideline for your life, how to do things with that, like so I mean there's a lot of guidelines, a lot of things on the internet that you can read, and if you don't know like if you have questions, if you cannot somehow comprehend like how you can behave yourself in that situation, or how can you solve this problem, how can you go through that way, like you have questions and you don't know what to do, you go just go internet surfing, you read these things, and you do you have solved problem. But this history in his book, it's different. It's really hard, and it's so complicated, you can understand unwillingly that this man been gone through so many things, and you from that moment I started pay attention in every of his words in the book, every narration. I almost gave my full self in this book, and like I'm like, wow, like this kind of, it's not that easy that we can see, feel, from the things that we see from the movie, from the US movie about military, about this SEALs. There's so many corporations, so many teams. They have their own named teams. I mean, how do they call themselves? Yeah, the naming of the U.S. military team. I don't know how to call. I forgot. But there's so many teams, like so many military organizations, groups. Yes, for Earth defending, for sky attacking, and so on. But in real life, it turns out for me, it's very, very different from the movie I have seen about U.S. military, about movie where you can see some kind of operation going on, like they're saving lives, taking hostages, and so on, like blowing up some things, and so on. I couldn't imagine in the till the moment I started to read this book, like that officers, that higher ranked leveled officers, soldiers in the army, in the US military, can behave like that. I understand that they are doing these kind of things to help the soldiers to realize who they are, and if they are ready for the real life situations in the military, if they are ready for giving their lives, saving another people, yeah. But even though it's like that, but it's like, for them it's so shameful. I mean, for newcomers, for new soldiers, young lives that just started their military life, they came to this territory, to the base, and they're doing their best. But the things that officers is doing, like, it's so, like, shame on them. I mean, they're bullying these soldiers, young soldiers, yes. They're doing weird stuff to them, so that some of them was leaving the military career because of that. And I really didn't like this moment in the book, but it's the real life, and I at least cannot do anything with that. I don't know how about other readers and other people, maybe their point of view different from mine, but this part of the history from his life, I didn't like it. So moving on, I want to share you about with 3 chapters I liked in the book. Let me memorize. It was in the middle of the book. So the first chapter, I like when he was explaining about how important is to make your bed every holy day, every morning, every freaking morning. This is really important. This is useful for yourself, and this helps build your discipline. This is the first the chapter I liked. The first one, no matter how you strong physically, maybe mentally, yeah, but what matter is the size of your heart. This is the second chapter I liked, because it is very, very important to take in mind that you are not the only one who's fighting against your enemies, solving problems. You and just yourself, if you go that way with yourself, just without any help, without teammates, you will be broken, definitely. This is the answer. So in this chapter, the history tells us that the size of your heart matters. You have to take care of your people, take care of your teammates, always mindset your plans, help with your hearts. The strength must be coming from not your muscles, not your body, but from your heart. This is the thing I liked most. So the third chapter I liked in the book, it's where author explains us that if you start something, if you begin with something, you have to go within your full body, within your full self. You have to give for your job, for the stuff you do, whole yourself, not just a part of it, you start doing something, yeah, you must do for 100%. This is the point. Not just give up. The book shows us that these men have had two choices. So the first one, after his reports, he have had choice to go citizen life, yeah, go to normal life as we are living. And the second choice is to prevent the first choice, not give up, and prove for everybody, prove to officers, to his teammates, to all soldiers in the military, that he could not just give up, but he can prove that he cost more than he might look for the how to say, and he might look for the moments that he might look for the moment, I mean, he took the second chance to prove everybody that he ain't shit, that he real officer, real soldier, that although his some part of his body was damaged and he was struggling with it, that in some terms he was maybe useless, or coach potato, useless veg. he wanted to prove to everybody that he isn't like that. So this is the final seconds or thirds, I mean, sorry for mistakes, the third chapter I liked. To be honest, to be really honest, nothing really special. It's my opinion, nothing special, nothing new for me. I could have heard these things and I heard these things many times in my life. We are all people, we are growing up, we have all families, yeah? Like we have friends in the society, in the family, at home, at university, at school. People could hear these things, yeah? So I mean, they're nothing new. But is it pleasure for me? It is pleasure for me. It is good. How to say? Let's say it's good and pleasant reminder of all these things I knew in life, but now just reading this book, by reading this book and the history, you can tell yourself, you can refresh your memories about all these guidelines of life, that simple things, simple steps are so important to build, to construct your future and your personal life as a citizen of your country, as a person, as a student, yeah, as a man, as a human being. It's the good reminder. So to summarize, all these history, all these words, let's say that really the point moment for me now is making my bed every morning. This is I think key. This is the key for me. So from now and on, I will be making my bed every morning at least. I'll be trying, to be honest. Yeah. Thank you for the book, and I want to thank you, Mr. Ravesh, to giving us chance read such kind of history, such kind of good reminder what else can we do in our life, yes? And it's really pleasant. So, bye.